one entitled Narada Instructs Pracheta. So the chapter starts with how the Prachetas meet Narada Muni and he gets the instructions on the the topmost subject of life. Narada, if you see, before this, he met his father also, this Prachetas, the 10 sons. He gave the same thing, but in a different way. He gave through a story form. But for this people, he'll give directly. So subjects are the same, but the process is different. That's it. So because Narada Muni, he knows how to deliver people. Because the meaning of word Narada means, Nara means Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Da means one who gives Supreme Personality of God. That means he does not give like that. He'll give the process by he'll get the Supreme Personality of God. So Narada is a person who delivers a person by giving bhakti to a person. If you see throughout Bhagavatam, Canto 1 to Canto 12, Narada is the only personality who comes. In all the cantos he will come. Actually. Okay, of course, the stories are there. Narada will be there actually. So Narada is like the base of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So we are so fortunate that we are in the lineage of such great exalted devotees. So in this chapter, coming to this instance, now he's giving the fact that he's saying factually Supreme Personality of Godhead is the original source of all self-realization. Consequently, the goal of all auspicious activities is karma, jnana, yoga, and bhakti is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Narada Muni is addressing that whatever we do in life should lead to bhakti. Otherwise, it's called yadrati shramahaivi kevalam. That means whatever you do, it becomes just mutual, unwanted labor. Shramahaivi kevalam. So whatever we do, it should be dovetailed to bhakti. That's what Narada is telling. Because we know there are 3 types of transcendental. What they told is karma, jnana, and yoga. So they try to go to the Lord in 3 paths, but bhakti path is the very easiest path and the quickest path. So in Bhagavad Gita, we learn this yoga ladder, where the stages of advancement is there. And bhakti is like elevator, and these are all like steps written. So Narada is trying to give the direct elevation of bhakti. That is, do bhakti yoga, you can go. So if we see, the karma part will purify our senses because everyone is destined to work. Without work, nobody is there. Prabhupada, we have to work. So, but people try to dovetail the karma part to the Lord, but they will expect the results. They will expect the results. But when they expect the results, then it becomes karma mishra. That is something in like a interchange. That is the initial stage. But when we go forward, even that will go. Like we do the activity for the Lord, but we don't expect the result. So that is good. We purify the senses. Then there are jnanis. The jnanis, they try to gain more and more intelligence and try to know about the absolute truth. That is only on the intelligent platform. They just gain knowledge. They just try to purify the intelligence. Then the last is that yoga platform. People try to do some Ashtanga yoga and all the things where they control the mind. By controlling the mind, they're trying to reach the absolute. But Prabhupada says in various parts of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam that these 3 things, when they do without bhakti part, when you do karma without bhakti, it becomes bondage. Karma hi nibandhana. That means it becomes bondage. Because you do the activities, you will get the reaction. So you are bonded. Then jnana without bhakti will give dryness. You get a lot of knowledge, and it makes you a status quo that you are not interested in other things. You know about matter, you know about spirit, but you don't know what to do with that. So that is because very dry state. That is also not advisable, Prabhupada says. The last is yoga. People do Ashtanga yoga, no? Like doing a lot of austerities and doing a lot of postures and other things. What they do that, they get mind control, but they get frustrated because the object of meditation is not there. So they meditate, but they get disturbed. So that leads to frustration. So karma will lead to bondage without bhakti. Jnana will lead to dryness. Then yoga will lead to frustration. You've done without bhakti. So Prabhupada is emphasizing, and Narada is also emphasizing the same thing to these prachetas. You're great, but try to put the bhakti aspect in that. So bhakti aspect, if you see Prabhupada once in Montreal, 1968, he gave a lecture. Prabhupada starts with that. He tells yoga means bhakti. That means devotional service. That means whatever you do, it should be devotional service. Otherwise, there's nothing called yoga. Yoga means to join. The Sanskrit word comes from yuj. Yuj means to join. So when you do karma yoga, that means you're trying to join to the Supreme Personality of God through karma. The Jnana Yoga, same thing, with the knowledge. Then again with the Ashtanga Yoga, with all your postures, you're trying to connect with the Lord. And when you don't connect with the Lord, then there is no sense. That's what he tells. So he tells whatever you do, that bhakti part should be there. So what is bhakti now? So everyone asked bhakti means devotion and everything. But Prabhupada emphasized bhakti means it is devotional service. Correct? Now, the aspect is that we all love to do service, but is it devotional service or service? We should always recollect ourselves, Prabhupada says. Because when you do service or devotional service, it should please the Lord and it should please the devotees who are connected with the Lord. That's the part that's called devotional service. So if any aspect of our service is not fulfilling these two criteria, then we should always think, I'm doing a service or I'm doing something else. So when we keep on recollecting us, then we know, because then it gives an opportunity to improve ourselves as well as enhance the service. Otherwise, what happens? It becomes one-pointed service where we feel it's my way or the highway. We don't consider others' vision. Because devotional service is always coming together in the community and these things. So that's what Prabhupada. And if you see Bhagavad Gita, we start with knowledge. Then we go to the elevated knowledge of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. And Chaitanya Charitamrita, everyone tells it's the PhD. But PhD part is what means it is practical application. Chaitanya Charitamrita is, if we keep on reading, it will just tell about how devotees serve each other. How devotees serve each other. And by that, how they please the Supreme Personality of God. So that is what is second Charitamrita. So whatever we do, it should always upgrade. So first we had information and knowledge in the service we have to do. Then we came to the physically, the process of executing the devotional service. Then we come to the PhD part. That is, by doing devotional service, what is reflecting in me? What reflects in me? I am just not only accomplishing the service, but it should help me to purify my heart. That's what Narada will say. So karma will purify your senses. Jnana will purify your, what will purify? Mind. Intelligence. Correct? And yoga will purify your mind. But bhakti will purify your heart. So unless and until the heart doesn't transform, whatever we do becomes very external and becomes a pious activity. So only it tells it. It's an auspicious activity. Of course, we are somehow serving the Lord and community, but it should transform your heart over a period of time. So they tell after, like you have done some very good one-pointed service for 5 years, they tell we should recollect ourselves. Before 5 years, what was my position in the service? And after 5 years, what I have transformed, what aspects I have changed, how much of my lust, anger, greed, pride, and enviousness have subdued, where I have improved, where I have got elevated. When we do this math, then we'll know, like I can improve myself in this aspect. I can change myself. Otherwise, what become? We will be yatharup. Bhagavad Gita as it is. I am also as it is. Before 5 years, I am as it is. Now also I am as it is. That should not be there. So what are the aspects? Because we are the only person to judge ourselves. Correct? Because others will judge based on our actions, external things. But intention, nobody knows. Intention only you and Krishna knows. Because nobody can see your intention. Nobody can face your intention. And nobody can judge your intention. People just judge based on an action. Correct? So it's the intention what the Lord sees. Action is good, but intention is what we need to change. So that is what is called bhakti. So because we have our action based on karma, we are based on action of jnana, we based on action of yoga. But Bhakti Yoga is the intention part which helps us to improve in the path of devotional service. So that is what Narada is emphasizing here. And here Prabhupada is trying to give a good detailed analogy that because there is spirit and there is matter. There is Prakriti and there is Jiva. So we have to understand what is the Antaranga Shakti and Bahiranga Shakti. So what is the external energy of the Lord? Is the nature, the material nature, the Prakriti and all the five, the Panchabhutas and everything. But what is the Antaranga, what is the marginal Shakti, the Tatastha Shakti is we, the living entity or the Jiva. Then of course, the pleasure potency is the Antaranga Shakti. So the Prabhupada is trying to emphasize that the Jiva being the marginal Shakti, that is the Tatastha Shakti, cannot become the superior Shakti, that is the Lord himself. Jiva cannot become Purusha. That is what we have to understand. Because the name Tatastha is very, very critical. See, Tatastha means it's a boundary. Like the ocean or the river is there, then the dry part is there, then the middle part, where it's neither dry nor wet. You know, the bank, when you walk, the water will be there, and the dry soil. In the sea, if you see, the waves come, the dry sand is there, but in the middle we walk, which is neither so damp or it's so dry. That is marginal. Neither it's like cat on the wall. It can fall this way or it can fall this way. So this is Maya and this is the devotion service. So the Lord has given that opportunity to take up the free will. But this free will is what we always get misidentified or misled. So the free will was given to get purified, but free will we identify as self or the body and we execute the things we should not do. Like for not following the four regulative principles, not developing love, or not having association, all these things are going away from free will. The free will was used to choose the right association, to choose the right service, to choose the right reading of the scriptures, and have the choose right mentality. But we take the free will in an advantageous way, and we don't take up that, and we end up falling Maya and bondage. So Prabhupada is trying to emphasize that even though we are superior than the material nature, but we have a tendency to fall down. We have always a tendency to fall down because Maya is very strong. Maya will attack the person's weakness, not the strength. Correct? Maya will attack the person's weakness, not the strength. Because some people are strong in many things. The Maya won't come in that aspect because he's already strong. Where we are weak, it will come. For example, for devotees, the Maya will cannot come in for regulative principles because the devotees follow that and devotees are imbibed with that. It's not a problem. So Maya comes with the weakness. Weakness is what? Where each devotee, we might have a weakness, where it will cultivate the. So the weakness starts when you do some offense. When you do some offense, the weakness will start and Maya will take over. So then from offense, we go to sin, then we fall down. So Shri Gauratai ki jai, the Panchatattva ki jai, Shad Goswami ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai, Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Very good. So we should always be focused on the weakness of our self also in bhakti. So weakness is what Maya tracks, because the weakness can be corrected by reading Prabhupada purpose. Because Prabhupada always emphasizes you're not the body, you're the soul. Then here he is given an example that even though we are trying to deploy the material nature, we are inferior. We are always in the inferior state. We always cannot become Purusha because everyone has got some thing or the other. Because in the current world, what's happening is, I'll just tell a short story. There were three villagers, three villagers who are literally down to earth. They don't know any outside worlds because they were born and brought up in a village. Luckily, in that village, they had a lottery, and these three were selected as the winners. These three villagers, they selected as the winners, and the prize of the lottery is that they will be given an opportunity to travel to one of the very fanciest city. For example, traveling to New York or something like that, and they will be given a accommodation in a very best hotel with all the things arranged for them. So those three people, they got over the flight and they were traveling, and they can't speak English or any other thing. They're very village people. They can't communicate easily. They're traveling in the flight and they were landed in New York. And there was a guy who came and took them to the airport or to the hotel. So they went to the hotel lobby, and the lobby, the receptionist gave the key to the room. The room is in the top floor. That hotel is around 90 odd stories, 99th floor. They were given the accommodation, the best of the view and everything. So they were happy. They put the luggages, they loaded the lift, and they went to the topmost floor. They went to the topmost floor and they got settled and everything. And the guy told, please, like, after resting, come down. You can all go to sightseeing and everything. So they discussed that. Come on, let's dress this. They all came down and they were taken to different places. So what they were doing? They got to a place and they were observing all the tourist spot. And each of them decided, hey, you go this way, I'll go this way. Each one will go this way. And we all will discuss in the evening what we saw. So they all finished. They came to the lobby in the evening, 4 people. They came and they were discussing, hey, how was this place? Before that, when they came there, the lobby, the receptionist told, sir, that's one inconvenience. Today the power is shut down. There is doing some maintenance work. You can just bear for some time, couple of hours, or you have to go to the staircase to go to your room. These people are villages, poor people. They're not soft, like very city people. They told me climb the staircase. For us, it's not a problem. So they just took that mini bags and they started climbing the staircase. So they were climbing, and on the climbing, they were talking about whatever they were seeing today. Each one was telling, hey, I saw this, I saw this, I saw this, I saw this. But one man was silent. They were reaching almost the 90th floor now. That one man was silent. Then all the 3 saw him. Hey, why are you silent? Talk something. Then he was scratching his head. Hey, I think so. I forgot the key in the lobby in the ground floor. I forgot to take the key. There he's telling her, coming to the 90th floor, almost they're reaching the accommodation. And then he's telling, I forgot the key. And the 3 guys started bashing him. So this story connects a beautiful thing. What happens? This is what happens in our this day-to-day life. We drive up in our life. We go up. We want to achieve this. We want to achieve that. We want to achieve the status. We want to achieve the position. We want to achieve the career. We have to achieve this standards. That we have to go up. But the key to the real success of life is left down in the ground floor. What is the key to the real success? Is that is the Shastra Vidhi. That is the Bhakti. So in the current world, if you see, there are a lot of school of thoughts, which deal about spirituality. But in many aspects, we'll forget the aspect of Bhakti. So even our Bhakti, Shankaracharya also gave interpretation of spirituality. But his spirituality interaction is without Bhakti. If you see, there is Mayavadi, the Shankaracharya's Bhagavad Gita. Whenever it comes to Krishna or Bhagavan Vachana, they will write it as self. They'll write as self. They don't write as Bhagavan. They'll write as self. And that means you are Bhagavan and you are the self and you do everything. That means they miss that Bhakti aspect. So we get deviated from other scriptures also. So only Krishna normally emphasizes, by knowledge, you can't easily do the ultimate. By karma also, a lot of social service activities are there. People do, I did that work, I did this work. They feel happy. Now, if you see, not too any organization, even in Brisbane, a lot of organizations, apart from ISKCON. So there are a lot of people invite people, please come and do service. They go service as like a social service. And they do charity. For them, it's great. But they don't transform anything at the end of the day after that. Because you would have had friends who are associated with all the other associations. They've been doing for ages. But if you see them anything, you tell them to chant Hare Krishna for 1 round, they can't do it. Then what is the purpose of doing so much of service for charity and other things? What's the purpose? They can't chant 1 round. The famous thing, Prabhupada's one short video comes, he requested an old couple, chant. That old couple will tell can't. Instead of telling can't, they can tell chant. They can't do. But they're pious people. They will tell, I'm doing good today. I'm not harming anyone. I'm living my good life. But there's no Bhakti. But if you consider the Shastras, if you three people, if you see, I'll tell three stories, how worse people became great people. First example is, you see Mrigari. We all know the background of Mrigari. He was a hunter, actually. He was a hunter. And the hunter also, he was the worst hunter. Any hunter will just straight away shoot it and kill the animal. But this Mrigari will shoot in such a way that the animal will only half die. He won't make it fully die there. No, he won't wait. He'll see the pain in that animal. Then only he will take the animal. He wants half death. It's cruel to the most. So when Narada Muni met this person, Narada Muni will beautifully change it. First, he will tell, hey Mrigari, you just shoot first and make the animal die. Don't give this half death. It's very cruel. So this man thought, okay, he's not telling to change me. He's only telling to change my the protocol or something like that. So this man will listen to him and will start killing the animal directly. Then he will tell, why are you killing these animals? What for? He will tell, I am the elder of my family. My responsibility is to feed my family. So I'm killing. Okay, you feed the animal. Do one thing, for 2 days, don't do the hunting and tell them to help you. So you helping them. And he tells that the family will, hey, it's your responsibility to give us food. We are not responsible. And they will go search their own food. They won't give him food also. Then he will realize, oh, I am not the doer. I am not responsible for everything. There is someone else. Then Narada Muni will give the knowledge. Then he can't chant. When he tells to chant Rama, regarding we cannot chant Rama, he will tell chant Mara. When you chant, keep on Mara. Sorry, it's Valmiki. Sorry, yeah. So Mrigari will give the bhakti aspect later. Then he will transform good devotee. So like the Narada Muni had a lot of all the how do we approach a person to change into a devotion service? But he will give the bhakti at the end of the day. He will do the devotion service. So this devotion service, some people will get in the first instance, some people will get at the later stage. From here, from Pachetas, Narada Muni now strikes it because they were blessed by the Lord. Shiva gave the knowledge, then they did tapasya, then the Lord comes, the Lord blesses him, then Lord blesses him to get married also. But they get married, they get a child, but they get lost. So again they come back, then Narada, they meet one more Muni, Jajila Muni, then they meet Narada, and Narada will regain. No, it's not like come back, you can do this bhakti. So they'll come back again. So in our life also, our devotion service will go steady for some aspect, some phase of life. Then there'll get some turbulence. We might get dejected. We might become very low in our spiritual services. Then we need someone to lift it. We need someone to uplift. We need the association. Correct? We need the Bhagavatas or the senior devotees guidance. With always, because Maya is always waiting for us to trap where you can drop in. So we need upliftment. We need upliftment. So these associations, when we meet the sadhus, the upliftment starts. So like that, when Narada Muni is met by these big upliftment starts, then they focus. And if you see the chapter is going to finish now, then they'll go back to God. So we saw Mrigari. Then we go to Gajendra. Gajendra, what happened? He tried the karma aspect. By karma aspect, he tried to come out of the trouble. The biggest trouble was the crocodile caught his leg. Because in water, crocodile is strong. In land, the elephant is strong. But he tried to overcome it. He tried to overcome even in the weakness part. He could not. Then what happens? At last, he surrenders. He surrenders and he'll take a lotus actually. When the Lord comes, he'll take a lotus and offer it with the elephant. And the Lord will accept it. So the bhakti part is the ultimate part. Because everything will reach, but it's not complete. It's not still complete. We might dream of accomplishing something, but still not complete. When we don't add that love, the love of God in our service, it's not complete still. We are there, but still we are not there. Because that should develop love. All the things should develop love of God. Otherwise, it's not success. Then we see the Dhruva. Dhruva did so much of austerity. Ashtanga, one leg and this thing, Ashtanga and everything. But he didn't succeed. But he succeeded when the Lord gave the mercy. The Lord himself came. The success because he was also guided by Narada. So Narada bestowed his mercy. So unless and until there is no the mercy, we can't do devotional service also. Like if you all recollect how we all came to ISKCON. Just recollect how you all came to ISKCON. Anyone? It would have been because of a devotee. But some people will tell, no, I read books and came. But the books also about whom? It's Prabhupada. Like that devotee. Correct? So it's a devotee touch only changes us. Nobody just comes in and becomes a devotee. So they tell, as I told them, bhakti will purify the heart. So the bhakti is like the key. And the key is like in a box. It's in a gift box. It's like a gift box. And it's locked. The bhakti is kept inside. But you need, how do you, the box is locked. How do you open the box? You need a key. Correct? So every person in the heart, they have the box. And the bhakti is in the box now. It has to be opened. Then only bhakti will sprout. Correct? Otherwise it won't sprout. Because if you see Prabhupada, how the whites, how the hippies, they also got bhakti, right? It's not that bhakti means only for the pious people or from people from India or Asia. No. Bhakti is for everyone. So that key to bhakti should be opened by some devotee. So that devotee, we don't know who. It might be a Siksha Guru, it may be a Diksha Guru, or it might be any person. So only they tell we should always be friendly with the devotees. We should not have any, okay, there will be misunderstandings, but we should always overtake that misunderstanding with the aspect of developing love to the Lord. Because when we love Lord, we have to love all the people who are in service of the Lord. So we don't know who's got that final key for us. Because bhakti is there, but the Uttama Bhakti, the ultimate pure bhakti, we should be opened by someone. Because, if you see our journey in ISKCON also, our journey in our devotional service, how we left, so each thing in our ISKCON, like how we left meat eating, how we left tea, coffee, how we left this. Like some devotee gave instructions, then we followed, we took it up. Like that it comes. So everything is like it's a elevation, like one by one, stage by stage. So some devotee will come one day to, get rid of this anartha, Prabhu. You can get rid of this anarthas. So then anarthas will go down. Then we go move forward. We move forward. Then some people will lift us. Prabhuji, come and let us do more of reading, more of hearing. So our steadiness increase. Then we get ruchi. The more it's a bit, that's what it's a yoga ladder. And then even as Navavida Bhakti, we step by step, when we tell about the 9 stages, it starts from Shraddha and other things, it's stage by stage. So Shraddha, then Bhajana Kriya, then Sadhu Sangha. So we had the little faith, then we did some Bhajana Kriya, then we got the Sadhu Sangha, then we are going to Anartha Nivritti. So Anartha Nivritti is a stage where we get a lot of people, we are stuck. There's a lot of anarthas in that. So who's going to give the anartha nivritti now? It's a devotee. Because the devotee only can spot us. Prabhuji, you can please change this way. Please change this. Otherwise, who's going to correct us? Correct? And we feel we are doing right. We'll just get stuck there. But we need someone to correct us. That is a great gift. So only whenever we go to a guru, when a guru is correcting a disciple, it is the highest gift for it. That is the highest blessing. Because unless and until we don't get corrected, we feel I'm doing great, but it's not. There is always a room for improvement, right? There's always improvements there, because improvement is the key factor in Bhakti. So whenever we meet a devotee, whenever we come to association, we get an opportunity to get elevated by correction. But some instances may be bitter. We should always take it in the spirit of putting in the feet of the Lord's feet. Oh Lord, I've been in the situation, but there's always a reason behind it. That's all called prayers and shreyas. Prayers is the ultimate goal, or the ultimate. Then shreyas, praise is the immediate one. Shreyas is, and the immediate cause. At times, there will be some devotee who would have blasphemed us. That might be for the immediate effect. But the ultimate effect is, he has corrected us from some scenario. When we work on that, we're always going to get lifted. So all these aspects is what is called devotion service. So these things, what I said in the beginning, and the span of 5 years of my service, where I have changed myself, where I have corrected. This we have to always recollect. We have to think, where can I improve? Where can I go up? Then we are steadily going up. Otherwise, we are as it is. This is what it is. So Dhruva Maharaj, he did Ashtanga Yoga, he could not. But by the mercy of the spiritual master, the Narada Muni, Lord came. When the Lord came, what he agreed, Sthana Bilashita Prasistoham, the Tam Praptavan, Deva Munindra Guhyam, Kachan Vichanman. Lord, I don't want anything. Happy Divya Ratnam, I just want your devotional service. The Lord touches him and it happens. So like that, the karma, yoga, jnana, and yoga aspect is might be as a stepping thing, like it might be the initial part of my in our devotion journey. But the bhakti, the ultimate goal is to develop love of Godhead. That should be in the mind always. To develop love of Godhead is very important. For the Radha Maharaj and other great sannyas, it will always to love the community, love the devotees. You start loving the devotees, automatically love of God will develop. Otherwise, love of God won't develop just like that. Correct. I know. I like the I like the person. I don't like the person's dog. Something like that in English. But Prabhupada tells, if you're loving the God, you should love everything. Other religion, what it tells, love only God. Thou shalt not to kill. That's what Prabhupada said. Okay, you will love the God, but you will kill others. So Prabhupada directly tell, so you want to love the God, but you don't want to love the person attached to the God or connected to the God. No, it's the love means the God and his associates. So whenever there will be, of course, there will be practical difficulties for everyone. There will be misunderstandings. There will be the chaos. But we need to always keep the love of God in the ultimate and we things move forward. Otherwise, we stuck in our karma platform or yoga platform or jnana platform. Because we know knowledge, we know this, we know the actions, we know the austerities also. But when there is no bhakti aspect, then we are not going forward. Then we still have that Purusha Bhava. That's what Prabhupada rightly writes here. The entire cosmic manifestation is but a combination of matter and spirit. The spiritual part is a living entity, and these living entities are described as Prakriti or energy. The living entity is never described as Purusha, Supreme Person. Therefore, to identify the living entity with the Supreme Lord is simply that. So we should always try to remember that we are always at the submissive attitude of the Lord and his devotees, and we are always there to be going up in a devotional service. Then I'll just tell one short story and we'll finish. So if you see in Chaitanya Leela, there was one personality called what is called Kala Krishna Das. He was a personal secretary to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from Puri decided to travel, he was given as a secretary. So this person was accompanying Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he was going everywhere. So see the blessing of this. Like if you get an opportunity to serve Supreme Personality as a secretary. So he was traveling all over to India. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to South India, in Sri Lanka, he settled there for a few months, I think. So because of that, that's Chaturmas. There, this Kala Krishna Das got trapped by the local people, by the local Brahmanas, who were envious about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very, very effulgent and very attractive. People got attracted to him and they thought like he's going to take all his followers or something like that. And they wanted this secretary to be trapped. So they want to trap the secretary. So they'll call the secretary away and they'll tempt him and they'll take him to the place where, they call those, what do you call those, dasis. They'll have this, dance, there'll be some dances by the girls. The ladies will be dancing and all. They'll take him there and he'll get tempted. And he'll forget about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He'll leave the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and forget and stay there. He'll forget to serve. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will understand that he's gone and he got trapped in Maya. So he got into Maya. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will not accept him when he comes back and he'll send him back. You go to Puri. So what has happened now? He was a devotee. He's doing service, but Maya came and attacked him. So he's fallen down. Correct him. And Lord has also now abandoned him. So what will happen to us if the Lord abandons? Who can help us? Lord has abandoned us. Who can help us? He's another Vaishnava. What happens is when he goes to Puri, the news will go to all the devotees. We'll go to Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu will engage actually. He will actually take the permission of Chaitanya Prabhu. Please, you don't abandon him. You cannot abandon him. If you abandon him, who can? You shelter. And you will take the blessing of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and tell, I'm going to put him in service, to another service now. That is of preaching your activities. So he'll send him to Navadvip. He'll send him to Navadvip and he'll tell to speak about what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did. So during his travel. So this person will start giving the Leela of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He'll start speaking to all the devotees in Navadvip. Then he'll get transformed again. So this is what happens in our journey. There will be ups and downs, but there will be some devotee to lift us. When it is lifted, when you get an opportunity, it's again the service only. So there is the service only can transform. But as I told, the service should be always in the mood to love the Godhead and love the devotees. When we do that, then definitely success will be there. Definitely we'll get that Krishna prayer. So only, we always, whenever when we go to, you take blessing from any sannyasi, they will bless you the Krishna prema bhakti praptirastu. That's what they bless. That is the highest blessing. But many people cause many things. But in the mind, they will bless this one. Krishna prema bhakti praptirastu. We should develop the Krishna prema. Otherwise, whatever we are doing, it is like nothing. We become as it is devotees. This is very, very important. So this message, I'll just try to conclude, and we'll just have a quick recap what I told, and then we'll finish. So in the beginning, I started with the three aspects. There is karma, jnana, and yoga. So I told karma will purify what? Remember? Karma will purify our senses. Okay. Then jnana will purify our intelligence. Very good. Then yoga will purify our mind. Then but bhakti can purify our heart. That's very important. Because why? When karma, if it's done without bhakti, it will lead to bondage. Correct? It becomes bondage. Whatever action is going to give you a reaction. That's what Krishna says. It's going to be bondage. Then accumulation of too much knowledge. Jnana will become dryness. I know everything now. I need to use pride. It's not advantageous. Then last and third one is yoga, austerity. I do a lot of austerity. But what happened? How many people know that when they fast, they get more anger. When they're fasting, only they get angry too much. Because they're fasting from food, they're fasting from this thing and that thing, they get angry. So the austerity should not lead to frustration. That's very important. If you're doing austerity, it should lead to frustration. If you're getting frustrated, rather don't do that, do better things. Soul is very, very important because many people, like our community also, or ISKCON, they take a lot of austerities, but they end up in anger. Then it's not going to give the ultimate life. So it's very, very important. So when karma mixed with bhakti, what devotional service, it lead to humility. It won't lead to bondage. It lead to humility. You become humble. Then when jnana leads to, when mixed with bhakti, it will become more of what do you call that, humility. Then it is that beautiful it is. Just read that. Yeah, so karma, when mixed with devotion, with bhakti aspect, it becomes a service. That becomes a perfect service. Then when jnana, when added with bhakti, it becomes humility. It becomes very humble. Then the yoga, when it becomes with the bhakti, it becomes absorption. It started severe absorption in the manana. It started really absorbing that leelas of the Lord. So when these things, when we put bhakti part, it becomes complete. Otherwise, it becomes very incomplete. So our ultimate is to develop love of Godhead, that is Krishna Prema. So with that message, I'll try to conclude. Grantra Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Purana ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, all the devotees, thank you very much. Feel free to correct or add your comments. And I thank everyone for coming for today's Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam class. Srila Prabhupada ki, or anything you want to comment or add, please speak.
Very nice discourse. It says that weakness gets Maya.
Yes, Prabhu.
So Kala Krishna Das, being a devotee, being very personal assistant to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, still had that weakness. Justice.
Yeah, they had a subtle weakness. It was subtly decided.
So basically nobody is above or nobody is going to be obeyed from weakness in that case. So weakness is going to be there
Every time.
as far as you are in a material world, there's going to be yes. So it actually applies to that Maya is attracted any moment.
Any moment.
People may consider that they are strong, But that is also a reason.
Yes, perfect.
That it's the reason that I am not with in bhakti or in material sense. So, what is the aspect to we know that there is a weakness. We can also just elaborate on that how to I know being repeatedly said one thing is that this time the association of the devotees and Sangha to keep away from Maya. But seeing the example of Prabhupada, he would have been in the Sangha of Mahaprabhu, and he was working very good, the knowledgeable. So he had all those three associations.
Yes.
But still, the Maya took him.
Yes. Very good.
To understand.
Yes. Very good. Understood. So what happened one time when someone asked Prabhupada, Prabhupada, what is the thing which is is concerned about your devotees? They asked him. Prabhupada said, I'm happy with all my disciples, but only one thing is that they have a very less fear of Maya. So the fear of Maya is little less with my disciples, that they should always be very, very strong, that Maya is very strong. That's the only aspect. So this we should, when we keep on meditating, weakness is there, accepted. What happens in the association when we come, we will take to the fullest. What otherwise what happens when we come into the association also, we don't associate with the association. We take it very. Yes. So when we should always have that thing running in the mind and coming here to take the association, not only to just to come and be with the devotees. Because we know being with the devotees is different and associating with the devotees is different. Association is what? You take the siksha. You take the siksha from the devotees. So, pada dala, pada tuli, pada jal. Three things is that. Association means three things. Is the remnants, is there water, then is the dust from lotus feet. So whenever you come to association, these three things means physically no need to happen. But the intel is one is the association, that means one is the instruction, then one is the principle, what we follow from that, and the last one is to develop humility or something like that. So when these things are always in the mind, then definitely success will come. Otherwise, what happens, even amidst all those associations, among all the things, we will have always the room to fall. But as you told, even if you fall, is only this Vaishnavas only can help us. But some people, after falling down, they don't turn back to the association. So that part is also critical. So because what makes us don't turn is that little bit of ego. We get upset. We don't come back. So when you overcome that, then it's going to help you. Because definitely that is the only answer. But in the association, it's in your hands. How much you're going to utilize the association. So if you don't utilize association, then Maya will come in the association also. Correct? Why we have sometimes become, we might end up talking in Prajalpat. We might talk in Prajalpat. So Prajalpat does not become association. So we should always value the association. Then it works out. Otherwise, there is always chance for us to fall at any instant of life. So this is what is my understanding. Feel free to correct or add. It always it's good to.
The other question is that you have to be a pure devotee to be associated with the Lord.
Yes.
If you are a pure devotee, then you are free of fear. And if you are a pure devotee, anybody comes into contact with pure devotee becomes a devotee.
Yes.
So in this case, you've seen that the external individual took away Krishna and corrupted it.
Yes.
Come again,
Yeah, very good. Yeah, understood.
devotee That's how come those 2 or 3 people didn't got the mercy.
Yes, very good.
Okay.
Wonderful. So the answer is the free will. So the free will was there, that because Maya is going to always attract it, like attack it. So it's by your free will only you fall trap or not. So he should have used his free, because Lord has given the free will to always be in the association of the devotees and the Lord himself. But for a moment, that free will, he overtook it. He went to the bad solution. So it's not that. So always Prabhupada tells, we are walking in a razor edge. We can get cut anytime. And he will tell, he quotes one more thing. Even expert drivers go astray in the highway. That means you've been expert driver for the 10 years you're driving, but even for 1 second you make a mistake, you'll fall down. So like that. So that's what happens in that aspect of Kala Krishna Das. And so many people want to add something on Kala Krishna Das also, because
the purity aspect also, because of the natural world, purity is there, but then as we go through the journey, as we see that the work is, it also has that ups and downs. So that's why we see that effect of taking the devotional services. Like with Bharat Maharaj, when Bharat Maharaj he's doing all the things right. But just only one time he just that
attraction.
and then that's the fall down. You can see that all the time. So this is
Who's yours? Oh, it was there. I can say.
so yeah, so it also happens like it just that's also so that's why Prabhupada said that the best way is to get out from here because there is no surety. Like I was saying, like if you're with the the most elevated devotee guys, there is chance that so that's why the first is everyone is trying to put that get out from here because they don't think more is risky. That's somehow what everybody
So we should always have the
so
that's all.
Krishna.
Yes, because it's his own energy.
So this is very if you have
Jai. Thank you, bro. Deep thought. Anyone in Zoom is asking anything? Okay. Fine. Okay. Thank you, Granth Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Purana ki.
Jai.
Prabhupada.
Jai.